Every man has a mother, a real flesh and blood woman who brought him into this world. She is probably the most influential person in his life, shaping everything from his physical appearance to his views of women. In those early years, she is his entire world. Even as he grows up and separates from her, she remains the mother, an irreplaceable figure in his life. But here's where it gets tricky. The mother complex isn't about your actual mother. It's an internal force, a psychological dragon that every man must face and conquer. In Western mythology, heroes always face a dragon before claiming their prize. This dragon represents the mother complex, the regressive pull that can destroy a man's life faster than anything else. It's the voice telling you to crawl back into bed, avoid responsibility, and give up when things get tough. The mother complex can show up as mood swings, discouragement, paralysis, and feeling fed up with life. Succumbing to this complex means losing the battle of life itself. That's how serious this is. Now, this battle is always internal. It's not about your real mother or any woman in your life. It's about the part of you that wants to retreat, to be taken care of, to avoid the challenges of adulthood. A healthy man keeps his mother complex in check, using a small percentage of his energy or libido to manage it. If it's taking up too much space in your psyche, it's time for some serious inner work. So how do you win this battle? It's not about external accomplishments. You can be a millionaire CEO and still be losing to your inner dragon. The real victory happens inside. Here are some strategies. Recognize the complex for what it is. Face your inner battles honestly. Direct your energy towards constructive goals, something which is meaningful to you. And finally, understand that dark moods are often the complex surfacing to your consciousness. Don't blame yourself for those dark moods. And most importantly, do not identify with them. They don't belong to you. They are the manifestations of the destructive side of the mother complex. At its worst, the mother complex can lead to suicide. It's the ultimate regression, the final surrender to that pull towards dependency and non-existence. Now, this pull towards non-existence is not a bad thing in itself. At the end of life, it's what allows us to accept death peacefully. But the key is not letting it take over too soon. For the truly brave, there's an advanced level to this journey. Once you have conquered your inner dragon and claimed your manhood, you can make the dangerous journey back to the place of the mothers. This is the stuff of genius, the path of great artists and thinkers who can integrate all aspects of their psyche. Several historical figures are believed to have had significant mother complexes that influenced their lives and work. Napoleon Bonaparte's close bond with his mother, Letizia, is well documented. Historians suggest that his relentless drive for power and conquest may have been partially rooted in his desire to gain approval from his formidable mother. Letizia was a strong-willed woman who exerted a significant influence over Napoleon's life. He reportedly carried a locket with her hair, a symbolic reminder of her presence throughout his life. Now, some argue that Napoleon's ambition was not just a quest for political and military dominance, but also a subconscious attempt to prove his worth to his mother, a theme common in individuals with a strong mother complex. Similarly, for Edgar Allan Poe, the mother complex manifested through loss and longing. Poe lost his mother at a young age, and his early trauma left him seeking maternal figures throughout his life. His marriage to his 13-year-old cousin Virginia has been interpreted by some as an attempt to find a substitute for the motherly love he has lost. Now, Poe's works often explore themes of lost maternal love and the death of beautiful women, suggesting that his literary creations were deeply intertwined with his unresolved grief and yearning for maternal affection. The mother complex in Poe's case seemed to shape both his personal relationships and his creative output. Another example is Leonardo da Vinci. His relationship with his mother has been a subject of speculation, most notably by Sigmund Freud, who analyzed da Vinci's possible mother complex. He was raised primarily by his father and stepmother. So Da Vinci's bond with his biological mother was distant, which may have influenced his attitudes towards women and family. Freud famously linked Da Vinci's fascination with the Madonna and child motif in his art to his unresolved maternal feelings. Paintings such as The Virgin and the Child with Saint Anne are often interpreted as expressions of Da Vinci's internal struggle with his complex maternal relationships. Now, the mother complex can significantly impact a man's relationships with a woman in various ways. The first is idealization and unrealistic expectation. So one of the most noticeable ways the mother complex manifests is through the idealization of women. Men who possess a strong mother complex often seek out partners who embody nurturing maternal qualities. They may unconsciously expect their romantic partners to take care of them in ways reminiscent of how their mothers cared for them. This idealization can elevate women to a pedestal, making it difficult for men to view them as complex, multifaceted individuals with both strength and flaws. The problem with this idealization is that it sets unrealistic expectations. When women do not live up to these high standards, the men often experience disappointment and frustration. Now, the discrepancy between the idealized image and the reality of a relationship can lead to dissatisfaction, misunderstanding, and emotional distance. The second is dependency issue. A strong mother complex can create significant dependency issues in relationships. Men who struggle with this complex may become excessively emotionally dependent on their female partners, constantly seeking reassurance, validation, and guidance. This neediness can be overwhelming for their partners, as they may feel burdened by the responsibility of constantly providing emotional support. In addition, men with a mother complex may find it difficult to make decisions without a woman's input or approval. This over-reliance on female figures for directions can hinder personal growth and lead to an imbalance of power in relationships, as the man may fail to develop his own sense of autonomy and self-confidence. The third is fear of intimacy. Now, paradoxically, the mother complex can also foster a fear of intimacy. Despite their desire for nurturing relationships, men with this complex may struggle to form deep emotional connections with women. This fear often stems from unresolved attachment issues related to the mother figure, leading to concerns about being engulfed or losing their independence in a relationship. As a result, these men may exhibit commitment issues, pushing partners away to avoid recreating the intense bond they experienced with their mothers. Now, this avoidance of intimacy can create emotional barriers in relationships, making it difficult for them to fully connect with others. The next is power dynamics. So the mother complex can significantly affect power dynamics in relationships. Men with this complex may struggle to see women as equals, resulting in unbalanced partnership where one party exerts more control than the other. Now, this imbalance may manifest in alternating behaviors of submissiveness and rebellion, creating a push and pull dynamic that can be exhausting for both partners. Moreover, men with a mother complex may have difficulty asserting themselves or setting boundaries in relationships. Their inability to establish a healthy sense of authority can lead to further power struggles and confusion in their interactions with women. The next is projection and transference. So projection and transference are common psychological mechanisms that can complicate relationships for men with a mother complex. These men may unconsciously project their feelings about their mothers onto the women in their lives, leading to distorted perceptions and expectations. For example, unresolved conflicts with their mothers may be transferred onto romantic partners, causing unnecessary tension and misunderstanding. This projection can blur the lines between a partner's identity and their internalized image of the mother, making it difficult for men to engage with women as individuals rather than symbolic representations of their past relationships. Such confusion can hinder emotional intimacy and create conflict in relationships. The next problem that can arise due to mother complex is sexual difficulties. So the mother complex can also influence a man's sexual experiences. One of the most well-known effects is the development of a Madonna whore complex, in which men struggle to reconcile the dual role of women as both nurturing figures and sexual beings. This internal conflict can lead to sexual difficulties such as performance anxiety, erectile dysfunction, or even fetishization of maternal figures. These issues can significantly impact sexual satisfaction and intimacy in relationships. Men with a mother complex may find it challenging to engage in healthy sexual relationships as they grapple with deep-seated taboos and discomfort around sexual intimacy. The next is difficulty with female authority figures. So the mother complex can extend beyond personal relationships and affect interactions with female authority figures in professional and social settings. Men who struggle with this complex may find it difficult to respect or work effectively with women in positions of power. They may either overcompensate by being overly differential or rebel against female leaders, creating tensions in the workplace. Additionally, men with a mother complex may have trouble maintaining professional boundaries with female colleagues, leading to inappropriate behavior or strained work relationships. This dynamic can hinder their career progress and create unnecessary complications in professional environment. So in conclusion, recognizing and addressing the mother complex is crucial for men who want to develop healthy, balanced relationships with women. You must remember that every part of your psychology has its use. The mother complex isn't evil, it's just destructive where it's out of place. By recognizing it, facing it, and putting it in its proper context, you can harness its power rather than being controlled by it. You must be ready to face your inner dragon. The battle won't be easy, but the reward, that is the true manhood and self-actualization, is worth every bit of the struggle. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments.